Welcome. In this video, we'll learn how to find reference sources at the library. You can find reference sources by searching the library search box. Additionally, there may be reference sources available for your specific discipline that you can find by looking at the library's individual databases by subject. To see the library's individual databases, click Databases. For example, if you're in the pharmacy program, you can click Pharmacy from the subject drop-down menu and find Access Medicine, which is a database containing many medical reference books. Let's look at how to find reference books using the library search box. First, what is a library search box? When you enter a search term into the search box, you're searching the library's catalog and most of the library's databases at once. Additionally, you'll also find sources that we don't own, but that you can get immediately or within a short period of time through Summit, our partnership with regional libraries, or through interlibrary loan. In order to find reference sources using the library search box, you'll enter your search terms and then filter your search results to show only reference sources. Searching for reference sources, try using search terms that are on very broad topics because you're usually trying to find entire books, encyclopedias, or encyclopedia entries on your topic. For example, let's say we want to learn about Native Americans in the Pacific Northwest. You could consider what your general concepts are: Pacific Northwest and Native Americans. A basic search could be Native Americans, Pacific Northwest. Alternatively, here's an example of a more advanced search you could use: Pacific Northwest, or Oregon, or Washington, or Idaho, or British Columbia, and Native Americans, or American Indians, or First Nations, or Indigenous Americans. See how I'm connecting all my synonyms or words with similar meanings with or, and then I'm connecting those groups with and. Let's put our basic search terms into the library search box and click search. After you click search, you'll see your search results. Now you need to filter your search results for reference sources. Here are 3 ways to do this. Number 1, under resource type on the left-hand column, click show more to see all the types of sources appearing in your search results. Then click the box next to reference entries, and also the box next to reference works, and click apply filters. Now you'll see books and ebooks that are reference sources that contain information about Native Americans in the Pacific Northwest. You can see this shows print books and that you can find on the shelves in the library. For example, Indians, Fire, and the Land in the Pacific Northwest is a print book that you can find on the shelves. Here's the shelving location here. You can also see reference sources such as or reference entries in ebooks. This is where you're seeing a specific entry anywhere from a paragraph to many pages in a reference ebook. Let's look at an example. This one is on the Silex, and it's an entry on the Silex in the UXL Encyclopedia of Native American Tribes, published in 2012. Scroll down, we can get the citation and the permalink, the permanent link to this page. Remember that the citation that you get from databases might not be 100% correct. So check it against the correct format and make any necessary changes. We can read this by clicking on any of these full text options. Now we can see the full text, and what we're seeing is this entry on the Silex in this encyclopedia starting on page 96 of the encyclopedia. Now we're going to click Reset Filters, and I'll show you the second way to find reference sources. You could actually just add the word encyclopedia in your search terms. This brings up results, but they're kind of mixed. So see how there are a lot of articles. Here's a dissertation. And so clearly they're not all encyclopedias or encyclopedias entries, but it can be good to try. I'm going to remove the word encyclopedia again and click search. And let's try the third way. So the third way is to actually look in our shelving location. But before we do that, I'm going to broaden our search terms out. So we'll just search only for use the search terms Native Americans. Now we'll scroll down to shelving location, and we're going to just select the reference shelving location and click apply filters. This means that we're looking for print books in the specific shelving location in the library that is reserved for reference sources. I suggest trying all three of these search techniques because, as you've seen, you find different sources using each one. So let's look at the Handbook of North American Indians. It's located in Forest Grove in the reference shelving area, and the call number is E77H25. It says that it's available, so we should be able to find it on the shelves. We can also get the citation and the permanent link if we scroll down here. So where is the reference shelving area in the Tran Library in Forest Grove? Let's look at the map. We'll click Visit and Forest Grove. And then if we scroll down the page, we can see the map. We click on it, we can see it's on the first floor, and we can see a reference right here. We'll walk to the reference shelving area in the Tran Library and look on the ends of the shelves to see if we can find the shelf that would have E77H25 on it. It goes in alphabetical order and numerical order. So it would be on this shelf because it's between E77, H25, and F2808.E52. Now we can find the book itself on the shelf. This is a multi-volume set. Series has the names of regions they cover on the spine, so then we know that we would want number 7, Northwest Coast. However, if we weren't sure what volume it would be in, we could always look in the table of contents or in the index. The index is the listing of all of the topics covered in the book and the page numbers where they are discussed. The title page shows us the volume editor, the publisher, and the publication date, and also a map of the area covered by this volume. Next, we can look in the table of contents to see if there's a section that looks relevant. This is a section on Calipuyans by Henry P. Zenk on page 547 that might be of interest to us since the Forest Grove campus is on Calipuyan land. We can then go to page 547 to read the section on Calipuyans. We can also find other places where information about Calipuyans is mentioned. In this book, by checking the index, it shows us all the pages where they're mentioned. Since we also know that they could be called the Atfalati, then we can see where the Atfalati are mentioned in this book as well.